Shivaji was a legendary Maratha king who established the Maratha kingdom in western India. Brought up under the able guidance of his mother and his father's administrator, Dadoji Kondeo, he became a brave and powerful warrior with military training in various fighting techniques. He plunged into conquests of forts and territories at the young age of 16, carrying out a number of successful expeditions. However, his combat with Bijapur Sultan's general, Afzal Khan, at the Battle of Pratapgarh was his major blowout, following which he defeated the bigger forces of Bijapur at the Battle of Kolhapur, thereby establishing the Maratha dominance in the western region. His conflicts with the Mughal Empire resulted in the seizure of Pune, though he was later suppressed by the Mughal army, forcing him to sign the Treaty of Purandar and surrender a large number of his fortresses, followed by his arrest upon being invited at Agra. However, he escaped and avenged his defeat by recapturing the capitulated forts. Besides the Deccan, he also brought a number of provinces in South India under his reign. He crowned himself as the king of the Maratha kingdom and took upon the title Kshatriya Kulavantas Simhasanadhishwar Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Childhood and early life. Shivaji Bhonsale was born on 19 February 1630 at Shivneri, a hill fort near Junner, Pune, into a family of Maratha bureaucrats, to Shaji Bhonsale, a Maratha general in the army of the Bijapur Sultanate, and Jijabai. His mother's extremely religious nature made a great impact on his upbringing as he grew up studying Ramayana and Mahabharata and showed great interest in religious teachings, especially those of Hindu and Sufi saints. He was brought up by his mother and his administrator, Dadoji Kondeo, who taught him horse riding, archery, marksmanship, pada and other fighting techniques after his father left for Karnataka with his second wife, Tukabai. Accession and Reign. He made his first military conquest at the age of 16 in 1645 by attacking and capturing Torna Fort in the Bijapur Sultanate, followed by conquest of other forts, Chakan, Kandana, and Rajgad. Fearing his rising power, the Bijapur Sultan, Muhammad Adil Shah, imprisoned his father, following which he halted his conquests and built a stronger army until his father's release in 1653 or 1655. The Bijapur Sultan sent his general, Afzal Khan, to suppress Shivaji in November 1659, who, fearing Afzal's deceitful plans, came armed with banak, tiger claw, in one hand and a dagger in the other, and slayed him at the Pratapgarh fort. He was attacked by the army of Adil Shah's general, Sidi Jauhar, while camping at Panhala Fort, near present-day Kolhapur, in 1660, but Shivaji escaped to Vishalgad Fort to regroup his large army for a battle. Backed by his Maratha Sardar Baji Prabhu Deshpande, who wounded himself while holding back the army at the Battle of Pavankind, he reached Vishalgad safely, resulting in a truce between him and Adil Shah in July 1660. He resumed his raids after his father's death in 1664-65 and seized the northern parts of Konkan and forts of Purandar and Javali. His peaceful relations with the Mughals saw conflicts in 1657 when he raided the Mughal territories in Ahmednagar and Junner, following which Aurangzeb sent a 150,000 force under Shaista Khan in 1660 to chastise him. The Mughal army captured Pune. When they encamped there, Shivaji made a surprise attack killing Mughal soldiers and guards, with Shaista Khan narrowly escaping. Soon after in 1664, he raided Surat and looted its treasure. He made a visit to Agra, along with his 9-year-old son Sambhaji, upon Aurangzeb's invitation in 1666, who planned to send him to Kandahar, now in Afghanistan, to handle the Mughal Empire's northwestern frontier. He was ill-treated by Aurangzeb at his court and offended. He was taken into custody and put under house arrest. However, he managed to escape with his son and spent the next 3 years strengthening his administration. With the end of the Treaty of Purandar in 1670, he attacked the Mughal forces in Maharashtra and recaptured the forts he had surrendered to them. In 1670, he launched an expedition under Tanaji Malyasur to capture Kandana Fort, which was under Mughal possession, in the Battle of Sinhagad. While the fort was seized, Malyasur died and hence, the fort was renamed Sinhagad. He raided Surat for a second time in 1670 and defeated the Mughal army under Daud Khan in the Battle of Vani Dandori, close to present-day Nasik, while returning back. After spending the early 1670s in capturing land and expanding his domain, he crowned himself as the king of the Marathas at Raigad in 1674, earning the title Kshatriya Kulavantas Simhasanadhishwar Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. He went on an extensive campaign of raiding more territories in the later half of 1674, capturing Khandesh, followed by Bijapuri Ponda, Karwar, Kolhapur and Janjira in 1675, and Ramnagar, Athani, Belgaum and Vayam Rayam in 1676. He moved southwards at the end of 1676, seizing the forts at Vellore and Ginji, in present-day Tamil Nadu, once ruled by the Adil Shahi dynasty. Despite being a devoted Hindu, he showed great respect to all religions, including Islam and Christianity, and was unbiased towards other castes and communities. Major battles. His army attacked the Bijapur Sultanate's forces at the Battle of Pratapgarh, killing over 3,000 soldiers and imprisoning 2 sons of Afzal Khan, besides seizing weapons, war materials, horses and armor to further strengthen his army. To curb down the emerging power of Shivaji, the Bijapur Sultan sent an army of 10,000 forces under Rustam Zaman in December 1659, but was defeated at the hands of the Maratha army at the Battle of Kolhapur. Aurangzeb sent Rajput Raja Jai Singh to suppress Shivaji and succeeded in capturing various Maratha forts, thereby forcing him to surrender and sign the Treaty of Purandar in 1665, ceding 23 forts and 400,000 rupees to the Mughals. Achievements. He built a strong and powerful army, comprising of infantry and cavalry, getting them adapted to the techniques of swift flanking attacks, hill campaigns and commando actions, apart from pioneering in the guerrilla warfare method. He organized a commanding and disciplined navy, including 200 warships, to keep the coastline of his empire secured from the Portuguese, British, Dutch, Sidis and Mughals, thereby earning the title Father of Indian Navy. Personal life and legacy. In 1640, he got married to Saibai from the renowned Nimbalkar family, with whom he had 4 children: daughter Sakabai, 1651, daughter Ranubai, 1653, daughter Ambikabai, 1655, and son Sambhaji, 1657. His second marriage to Soyarabai was forcefully arranged by his stepmother, Tukabai, despite Jijubai's consistent refusal. The couple had 2 children: daughter Balabai and son Rajaram. He had several other wives, including Putalabai, Sakvarbai and Kashabai. He died in April 1680 at Traigad Fort after suffering from fever and dysentery for 3 weeks. Though Soyarabai initially succeeded in crowning her son, Rajaram, as the next king, but Sambhaji captured Raigad Fort and ascended the throne in July 1680. Thereafter, he imprisoned Rajaram and Soyarabai and executed the latter.